You have completed the Details tab and are ready to start entries in the Components tab. In this section, you can view or modify the information related to serial number, parent item, item number, description, unit of measurement, production quantity in pipeline, production quantity in progress, current stock, stock detail, order in pipeline, quantity outsourced, required production order quantity, required quantity, suggested supplier, job work, production, purchase, stock grid details, stock bill of material details, and transaction details. You can see that all subcomponent or subassembly information is already populated in the table. If required, click Stock Detail icon against an item to view its current stock. Further, it shows the bill of materials for the item across different stores. The required production order quantity for the item is computed based on bill of materials prepared for the parent item. You cannot change this value. The required quantity is computed based on the current stock, order in pipeline, quantity outsourced, and required production order quantity. If there is a need to produce or procure more quantity of items, then you can change the required quantity to a higher value. To select a supplier, click the search icon and select the supplier based on whether you are sending the item for job work or procuring the item. Note that if the item is being produced, then do not select the supplier. On the pop-up, select the supplier. Alternatively, if you know the supplier code, you can enter the code. Note that this supplier must be present in the master. Based on whether the item is being produced, procured, or sent for job work, select the relevant option. Click Recompute button to recalculate quantities for the associated subcomponents and subassemblies. The raw materials for the item is already populated in the Raw Material Details tab. However, if you change the required quantity, then you must click Fetch Raw Material to update the raw material quantities in the Raw Material Details tab. You can also change the raw material quantity in the Raw Materials tab. However, it does not update the quantity in the Components tab. Click Add Row. You can see the transaction type, location, and type are automatically populated with default values. Based on whether the item is being produced, procured, or sent for job work, change the value for the transaction type to Production Order, Purchase Order, Purchase Request, or Job Work Issue. You can see that type automatically changes. Select a different location from the list if required. Select a different type from the list if required. Likewise, click Add Row to add transaction types for other subcomponents or subassemblies. This completes all entries in Components tab. Note that all the subsequent transactions are created as draft in their respective transaction pages, submitting this Material Requirement Planning document. You can now proceed to the Raw Materials tab.